born of one side setting the standard and the other trying to climb the mountain. And we are on the cusp of dotting the I on a great clash in this one. The old horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with Ohio State's head coach before the game. They are so excited about how they've been able to prove everybody wrong. What they accomplished last week has pushed them into the conversation, and now they've got to prove that they can be even better. He said, I felt like that was our most complete game of the season, but we've got more to give. We'll see how they get off to a quick start today to prove that to the nation. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Nittany Lions will kick off first, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Keelan Russell. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Third and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Out wide left, it's Smith. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Right back to it. Inside the 45. Smashes through the tackle. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Buckeye! He ran through 2 men on his way to the end zone.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
It's recovered by the kicking team, and they'll steal a possession.
That's a great job by the coverage unit on special teams, flying down the field, not just getting to the ball carrier, but knocking the ball free and creating a massive takeaway. You could argue that's easily one of the biggest plays of this game.
The clear defensive strategy here is not to do whatever it was they did on the first play. They'll try to come up with a stop after giving up a huge gain. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in times. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Bunch formation for these receivers. The corners are walked up tight. He wants to throw it. Left side is Robinson. At the 40, there he goes. Finally forced out of bounds, maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the 1st quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big 1st down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. They got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it. This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force them either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
Driving forward, it's Martin. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. On play action. Buying a little time to his left. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And this has been a really good 1st drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
When you're in zone coverage and it's third down, man, it's eyes on the quarterback. Break as soon as the hand separates from the football. You see the slant coming in behind. Nice job making your presence felt. They want to throw those, they need to pay for them. Be physical, make sure he doesn't catch that football.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing Russell. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Russell from the gun on third down. He lobs one high down the left side. Leaping grab for a big gain. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Ohio State. Oh, into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they did tack on the extra point. Coming out with it, it's Wallace. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Fresh set of downs going up top. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Gain of 22. Good enough for first down.
That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Wide receiver going in motion. RPO complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. DB's right up on the receivers. Red pass hits complete. Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
The Nittany Lions come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. From the gun, it's Martin. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And that is exactly where the football was supposed to go. Offensive coordinators call drag routes, anticipating man coverage. Even though the ball is only traveling 2, 3, 4 yards down the field, if the receiver is able to get a rub and create some separation and the quarterback hits him in stride, that little completion, that can turn into a 20, 30-yard gain.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Long way to go on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Hit as he throws.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And he avoids the sack.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle.
And they are showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The RPO, fire complete to the left.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
The Nittany Lions in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Running inside, it's Martin. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the Nittany Lions trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Peoples. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Peoples. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Quick strike through the air for the score. He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The run inside. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Russell. He's going for the big play. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Makes a move. Got a little room. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
Deep in the end zone, it's Thompson. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Takes the handoff, it's Jackson. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. The Buckeyes moving quickly to the line. Just feeds the running back. They'll just run the ball in the middle of the field and watch that clock continue to wind here late in the first half. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. He wants to go deep. It's picked off, and that's number 10. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Fresh center downs going to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And that's a big play for this offense, and they need to get going. They've built themselves a deficit. They need points on this drive, or else, guys, the second half, we're going to be telling old war stories, right? Like back in my day, and Jesse did this, and I did that. So, I mean, come on, offense. Let's put this together. Let's keep this game competitive.
Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Penn State! A great catch and run for 6.
This really has been a tale of 2 quarters for this offense. They were shut out in the first quarter, and they've been lighting the scoreboard up in the second. Give this offensive coordinator some credit. He found a rhythm. He was able to get this offense churning big plays out one after another, and right now they are playing with tons of confidence.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he loses the football. It's recovered by the kicking team, and they get the ball right back.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. They'll run it. It's Peoples. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Handoff again. And going to the run is going to backfire as the clock runs out here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with the Texas A&M Aggies taking on the number 3 team, the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's Texas A&M coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week.
Oof, that's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Got a man. It's Martin. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Man, that is so much easier said than done. To be a linebacker and have to play the run and then break on the running back and then tackle him in open space, like you've got to be a really, really good athlete. It started with his eyes, seeing the running back creep out to the flat, breaking on it, and then being physical for the tackle.
He's going to throw it from his own end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. Goalpost tapping you on the shoulder. Just take care of the football here. Intercepted, and he's got a convoy with it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And, man, this defense proving to be so opportunistic. They don't just turn people over. You've already seen them scoop up a fumble, take it back to the house, now an interception, and take it back to the house. They make big plays, and they put that thing in the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Motion from the wideout. Second down, going to throw it. They'll run the screen. At the 35, he's got room. Makes the catch, and he's free. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Man, we're watching a quarterback duel here. Both of these guys are absolutely slinging it every time they're on the field. Now it's this guy's turn, and he's taking advantage of the opportunities. This defense has not had an answer for him. They're not getting enough pressure on him. When he has this kind of time, he is just going to carve you up.
They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Nice play to knock that one down.
I love the quick decision that QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted for the 11th time. Looking for more room. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Makes him talk to the hand.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
There he goes. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Hits inside. It's Jackson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Keelan Russell rushes on. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Buckeye! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Penn State's offense comes onto the field, ready to start the drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Second and long here. Quick give. It's Peoples. Got the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Good enough for a first down.
Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB. These two Blue Bloods really didn't become rivals until Penn State joined the Big Ten in the early 90s. We really sense that Ohio State has been a bit of a measuring stick for Penn State.
I think we always talk about Penn State. We talk about winning the big games and how do they play against Ohio State, a big rivalry. Palmer, it seems like they're always there. They're always in the game, but do they find a way to break through and win this rivalry?
Yeah, it's always so close, too. You think back to Woody Hayes and you think back to Joe Paterno. For years and years and years, when these two teams play, it is so physical. There's so much talent. It could go any way. This is one of the more fun games to watch every season.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Martin. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. At the end of that play, there is a Nittany Lions still shaken up and down on the field. The Nittany Lions pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Wilson, hey, Wilson, spear!
Handoff for Peoples. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Caught, it's Robinson. Breaks into the... Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. They go 83 yards on the drive, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. From deep, it's Thompson. He gets a block. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he tacked on the extra point. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Fielded in the end zone, it's Wallace. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Pulls and fires complete. Smashes through the tackle. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Got him on the RPO. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Peoples. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll try to do it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll go with Peoples. Turning it on. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Penn State. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
And listen, it's getting late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter, and they got to make something happen when you're down by this much. But tell you what, this onside kick went like the defense and the offense is gone for this day. It's just underwhelming, not successful, just been a bad day.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. They'll try the left side. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
He slides that just inside the right upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
And the returner will be brought down.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh.
Fighting to get it out of the end zone, and I don't think he made it. He did not. It's a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Not a lot of room to field this one.
Ohio State Buckeyes will take over. First and 10.
Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
And the Buckeyes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Ready to fire from the pistol. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Oh, he's got some space.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Left side, it's Robinson. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. After that last possession, the interception, which did lead to a touchdown, might want to mix in a few more running plays with this big lead here. Big collision there, and they'll mark him down after a 6-yard gain. Keep it on the ground. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On the direct snap, it's Jackson. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
So the defense trying to maximize their clock management. They use the timeout here, and the 2-minute stoppage is coming.